Hello everyone. So today I'm going to talk about lightning types. So before we do that, let's understand the business scenario for our topic today. So I have all these airlines. I want to expose all these airlines to our end customers and allow them to book the tickets by chatting with an agent, not by going to the EY. For example, this is an Air Canada. It's flying from Vancouver going to New York and it's priced at $300. I want our end users to come to my portal, chat with the agent, have a look into all the airlines, and book the airline that is most suitable for them. And let's understand how Lightning type is helping them in this direction. First, to understand Lightning types, we need to see what are the Lightning types we have in Salesforce. So if I go to setup and search for lightning types, I see these many lightning types already provided by Salesforce. These are all standard out of the box lightning types. They look pretty much like the data types: list type, boolean, date, integer. And how are they currently being used by our agents? To understand that, let's go to the agent. Now I have this agent, and here I have added a sub agent general CRM, and I'm going to ask a very simple question to this. So as you can see, our agent is using this sub agent, and then this sub agent is in turn invoking this action query records, and it's showing it's returning the data in a JSON format. However, the data we see here is not in JSON format. It's a much presentable way, and this is where lightning type comes into picture. Although the output is in a JSON format, our agent is smart enough to utilize the lightning types to show the data in a very presentable way. So here we see opportunity 1, 2, 3. It looks like a list, right? So if I go here, this list type lightning type is being used to render this data. Similarly, if I see this stage, it's a text, and so this lightning type is being used to render that kind of data. Similarly, for date, close date, we have this date, and our agent is using date lightning type to show this kind of data. Now the question arises, despite having so many standard out of the box lightning types, why do we need a custom one? The answer is very simple, because if we need any customization in our look and feel, then we need a custom lightning type. Suppose the end user does not want to see this close date, they want to see something else, and maybe they want to see the opportunities in a tabular format, not in a list format. Or maybe they want to see some link button here, upon clicking which they can link this opportunity to a contact or an account. So to achieve those kind of customizations, we need to have a custom lightning type. Now let's understand how a custom lightning type works. So I have this agent, and I'm going to add a sub agent to my agent. So I will put a description here on my sub agents this field. So handles inquiries related to exploring airline options, answering travel related questions, and assisting with flight booking. When I click next, yeah, our agent is smart enough to fill all these fields for me. So flight booking assistance is the name of my sub agent, and the scope is here, and I have all these instructions which is already pre-filled, but I don't have to go with this. If I want, I can delete them, I can modify them, I can add more, but as of now I will go with this. I'm not going to I would add an action now. So now our sub agent is ready, but it's not by itself, it's not enough to answer all our questions. So we need to have an action. So I'm going to add an action to my agent. So it's going to be an apex action. So as you can know, only invocable methods can be exposed to the agents. So I'm going to use one invocable method, and let me show you what apex class I have created. So this is my apex class, which is annotated with @invocable method, and you can see I have put a label and description. So this is a good practice, and this will come handy later on. I will show you, when I build my agent, this will come handy. In this class, what all I'm doing is querying all my airlines, and all these fields like airline name, going to, living from, status, ticket price, all these things I am fetching from my org and returning to my agent. So I have used Claude to build this code. I gave all the instructions to Claude Code, and it built this Apex class for me. Now that this class is ready and deployed, let's go ahead and utilize that for our agent's action. So you can see this Get Airlines is coming here. So this Get Airlines is coming from this label, and if I click next, you can see this description is already pre-filled. Where is this coming from? This is coming from here. So it's a good practice and also helps in building our agents actions. So loading text, I will write something like loading, and in description section I will write get all the airline information from the apex. I don't require input or collect data from user. And for the output section, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this: display all the airlines with fields like living from, going to, etc. And I want to show that in the conversation, so I'm going to click this, and as you can see, my class is being used here as an action. When I finish it and do a refresh and ask a question like show me all the airlines. Okay, so our action is working fine. So you can see my apex class is returning all these results in a JSON format, and again the agent is using that data to show me all the data in a presentable way. So it shows Air China, New York, but this does not make sense to an end user. So it's not clear whether this flight is going from New York or going to New York, and what is on schedule, what is false, what is 700. All these things don't make any sense. So here is where we are going to build our custom lightning type. So now let's go to our VS Code, and once again I requested Claude to create an LWC for me, which will use this apex class and present the data in a very neat way. So here I have used lightning cards, and I'm iterating over all the airline data which I'm getting from the apex, and I'm showing an icon which is an airplane icon, and then I'm showing the name of the airline, leaving from, destination, the price of the ticket, and then I have this button. So what is this button doing? This is a book button. So when I go to this button, so this is an event handler. What is it doing? It's showing me an email model, and when you enter your email there, it's going to come back here, and it's going to search for that email in the list of contacts we have in our org, and then it's going to create a booking for that person. So here is why it is happening. So as you can see in my handle confirm book method, this method is being invoked, and we will look into this later on. But first let's go ahead and build the lightning type. So now that the LWC is ready, we have to note one thing which is very important. So these are targets. There are so many targets here, but this target is very important if we want to use it for our agents. So Cloud did not help me in adding this value. So yeah, please add this target in your meta file. Otherwise, you won't be able to utilize that in your agent. So now that the LWC is ready, let's go ahead and build the lightning type. Before that, let's go and check the documentation part for Salesforce. So as you can see, Salesforce is asking us to create this file structure. So my metadata package, inside that we should have the lightning types. As you can see, I have already created a folder called lightning types, and under that we should have type name. So here I have airlines option as my type name, and under that you should have schema.json and channel name. So I have schema.json and my channel name is here. Why I used lightning desktop Gen AI, you can read here. So just because I'm using it for my Agentforce employee agent, I have used this. If you are building it for enhanced chat, you can use this, or if you are using it for mobile, you can use this. For my scenario, it's lightning desktop Gen AI. Please be very mindful about the cases. So the D, the G, the A, these are all upper cases. It's better to copy paste this name and paste it here. Now that we are done here, the channel name has either editor.json or renderer.json. So what are these? Let's go and understand the files. So the schema.json is like the data type. It's saying what kind of data we are going to render. Is it a date? Is it a text or a number? So we are telling our lightning type, please use this data type, the wrapper data type. And where I got this value, so an easy hack is to go here, go to your action, and you see the data type is here. So it's easy, just copy paste here and follow the rest of the syntax. Like description, you can write whatever description you want, you can give whatever title also you want. So this is like the rule book of our lightning type. Now that this is done, let's go to the renderer.json. So here is where the actual rendering is happening. So we are actually overriding the look and feel of our result. So here we are seeing the data in this format, and now we are telling our lightning type, no, don't show that in that format. Use this of this thing here to show the data. And what is this thing? This is nothing but our LWC, which we just now looked into. So we are using this LWC to override whatever output we are currently seeing right now. So please follow the same syntax here. And now that this thing is done, let me deploy this to my org. Okay, so let's do a refresh. Yeah, as you can see, I'm seeing my custom lightning type deployed here. So you can see this is custom and it just got deployed now, and now we should be able to use it in our agent. So if I go here, I do a refresh, that lightning type should be exposed here. If I come here, edit my action, you can see I have this airlines options available. Before it was not there, but now it is being exposed just because we deployed that airline option, this airline option custom lightning type. So now I'm going to use this and save my action. I'm going to do a hard refresh. And I will ask the same question to my agent. Show me all the airlines. Okay, so now you can see the look and feel is much different than what we saw previously. So it's making much more sense. Now the end user is able to understand that this is an Air Canada flight flying from Vancouver going to New York. It's at $300. Do I want to book it? I can do that. So before that, let's go to the reasoning part. So this is our reasoning engine, which is returning the same value, exact things which we saw before. So the ticket price, the status, everything is in JSON format, but the look and feel is much different just because we are overriding it with the lightning type. And now let's go ahead and see what happens when I click the book button. So when I click the book button, as you can see, handle book here, the show email model is getting true. And now when we have the show email model, we will show a small model which will ask the user for email address. And when I do that, it will take two inputs, the airline from which we have invoked that action and the email address, and then we are going to call this a book airline method. Let's go to this book airline method. So here we are accepting two parameters, airline ID and email. And what is the airline ID? The airline from which we are invoking that action. For example, if I'm in this example, if I'm going to click on Air China, so here Air China is already passed to that method. And now in my email address, I'm going to search for my contacts and I will pick any random person. Suppose Son Forbes. I'm picking his email address and I'm passing it here. Now what is happening is this email address is being used by our Apex to search the contact and find the name of the contact. And then I'm going to create a booking record using the same airline and the same passenger name. So what will happen if I click confirm booking? So the booking is confirmed. And if I go to my bookings, I should be able to see a booking in the name of the same person for the same airline. So this is all about lightning types and how we can use a custom lightning type to make our agent more interactive. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. Bye.